Well, there you see a very deflated coach, Sebastian de Sabre of course, the DRC, Fiston Mayele. I mean, this was a team, of course, looking to make history here tonight, to take it a step further and let this be their best performance at the World Cup, looking for that round of 16, but it was just not to be. In those critical moments, it was England that was able to get the better out of them.
It's just unfortunate because now it looks like it's something that is affecting almost all our African teams. Because with Bafana, we considered a goal in the 85th minute. Ivory Coast considered a goal in the 86th minute. And DRC considered both goals in the 75th and the 86th minute. And that says to you, we are not really that focused in these critical phases, because it's not like there's anything exceptional that was done by England to score. But both Downzebe in the second goal of Hurricane and Sadiq in the first goal of Hurricane could not just be alert and make sure that they close down and go with the opponent.
And I mean, this was the 11th time that we saw an African side come up against a former World Cup champion. And the only team that was able to get a victory in this kind of situation was Morocco in 2022 when they knocked out Spain. But let's speak now on what this victory then means for the Three Lions, because under Thomas Tuchel, they're yet to lose a game. They've got 10 victories and a single draw.
Yeah, that's a good record, V, if you come to think of it. And like the coach said, there's nothing special that England did in today's game. It was just Njibutama players, I think they switched off. And I made an example the last time. People don't understand when I used to do this to the players. Let's switch on. It's critical phase of the game. And when now you're already looking at the clock thinking, it might end any time. But you have to wait for the whistle to blow. So that's when you can switch off. But again, DR Congo, they have themselves to blame, having conceded 2 goals, easy goals on top of that.
Absolutely. In the space of about 12 minutes, that's when they conceded those goals. And you must feel like Mbasi here must be feeling quite hard done, because you look at the work that he put in to make those crucial saves to keep them in the game. But we're seeing the discussion now with Aliyah leading it just to, it seems, just motivate the team to say we did a good job here, and Coach de Sabre as well.
I'm feeling very, very unhappy with what happened to DRC, because I think they did the better part of the game. But one thing that they never respected, they never closed the crosses. And England got so many crosses because they had a good overload in the center of the box, and they stopped a lot of attacks from England. But they allowed so many balls into the box from the outside channels, and that's where they were punished. And the second goal for me, I think that was irresponsible of the center back allowing a striker to take a shot to face the goalkeeper instead of even lunging towards the direction of the ball and make it difficult for Hurricane to have the freedom to take that shot with just a goalkeeper to beat. Yet there's still a defender in between Hurricane and the goalkeeper.
Indeed, and when you look at the Three Lions, Coach Manqoba mentions those crosses. We saw them with 12 against Croatia, where they ended up winning 4-2, 7 against Ghana, but the Ghanaian defense very disciplined. Against Panama, less crosses there for them, 4. So the DRC should have come into this game knowing that that's a part of their game that they look to capitalize on, because in today's game they had a total of 9 crosses.
I don't think they did their proper research about the England team, because they did well in the middle to contain them, force them to go wide, but they lacked pressing the guy on the ball to avoid those crosses. You can see England from the stats that you just read. That's their strongest point, if they can penetrate, because now they don't have your Phil Foden, they don't have Cole Palmer, so they can't penetrate in the middle. So they would rather use their other second option, which is crosses, because Hurricane is there to pounce on those crosses.
And I mean, we speak about what took place.
Of the fullbacks, I must say they dealt very well with Spence. They dealt very well with O'Reilly, was quiet the whole match. But Madueke had a free role in the first half. He was doing whatever he wanted against Wan-Bissaka, and Maswaki was also struggling to deal with Rashford. And towards the dying stages of the first half, those indications were clear. I expected the coach to rectify that in the second half, but it was worse. What England was not doing very well, they never had the run that dissected the space between the fullback and the centre-back. And you will see in the second half, when Eze came in, he started to give them that. Saka started to give them that. Even Bellingham in the second half had a bit more freedom.